This was God's Mouth Money here, and today we're attacked if the FNAF phone guy was black. Night 3, the video's by Chris the Ninja. Make sure to check him out. Alright, night 3. Oh, can't see nothing. The night just started. Chica already out here.
Yo, my brother, man, how's it going? Hopefully it's going well over there on the night shift. I hope I've given you a better training experience than the guy who trained me. The guy who trained me told me in my training calls that the guy before him said most people don't last this long, but they usually move on to other things by now. But he wasn't implying that they died.
The afterlife.
You know what's crazy? Let me read you something out of the employee handbook. Here we go. In the Freddy Fazbear Employee Handbook, in the Night Guard section, the second rule is that, quote, all night guards who leave the position, whether it by voluntary, involuntary, or inability reasons, including injury, dismemberment, near fatal injury, and or death, must record at least 4 audio training messages. These messages can be recorded at any time prior to leaving the position. However, if a Faz guard fails to record training messages, the next of kin will be contacted and given the last viable audio training recordings as to ensure our guards are properly trained.
Wait, how are they going to record them if they're dead, though? If it's involuntary, how are they going to record? Unless they mean, like, record it beforehand, before they die. I don't know.
The guy who trained me was the last guard's twin brother. They lived together, and he was the next of kin. Bro, the guy I replaced died. And so did the guy before me, apparently, too. Oh, man.
That's
all
bad.
These training recordings were on this Thursday, November 4th, I think. Thursday. Oh, that was that guy. Man, that old bat was saying, I'm not implying that they died. Yes, he freaking was. They moved on to be with the Lord above, man. But Legal would have had his messages scrubbed if they found out he was trying to warn people, because he's dead now. My dude got folded on day 4, man. I really liked him too. He was there when I first got hired back in the summer of '87. I actually started as a night shift guard, but I was only 16 and on the championship football team.
Right.
About to get a scholarship to Southern Utah State, and my coaches threw a huge fit when they found out how dangerous the living and working conditions were. So I got moved to the day shift janitor, and I was the scariest looking janitor that the place had ever seen, man. I'll tell you, built like a truck. But things might get a little wild tonight, so I'm gonna give you some advice. Quit tomorrow if you survive tonight. Straight up quit tomorrow. My first Wednesday, Foxy almost shorted the generator to ground and blew it up in the generator that's in the back corner next to next to your office. He almost shorted that thing with his rusted sound box, man. He built up so much static electricity running down the hallway that when he got there, the worn insulation of his sound box wasn't enough to hold back the electricity, and it arced to the generator and messed up the whole capacitive charging system. Fortunately, I had a few tools in the office to patch it up, but maintenance really needs to fix it because Foxy drains a whole amp of power anytime he's near the thing, man. Meaning you lose power every time he comes to check on you. Also, you might hear some groaning or something. Just don't stick your head out of the door to check on what that is. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's just the robots. The robots be groaning and moaning. I told you on the first night, I think they were possessed by ghosts or something like that.
You did?
Well, I basically had that confirmed. My good friend's son was killed when the first missing children's incident happened. His name was Andrew. And when I came into work after seeing that thing stuffed into the Freddy and the eyes turned black, I also saw Andrew's favorite alligator watch sticking out of the yellow bear suit that's back in the safe room. Also, we're not allowed to go in the safe room, but I'm basically invincible. They can't fire me because I know too much about them. So I went in the safe room one day and took a look, and I looked in the yellow suit, and I saw Andrew's hair. Bro, when I tell you I was physically sick, I was frantic. Like I looked like I was on crack or something, man. I went to go try and tell the police, but you know, me being a black dude, going crazy saying, the kids are in the robots, the kids are in the robots. They didn't believe me. And the case is still unsolved. But I did tell Mike, we called Mike Smitty,
Mhm.
um, but Andrew was his son. And that day he said, or that day Mike said, wait, hold up one sec. Yes, sweetheart, I am recording another call for work. Well, I would record earlier, but you know, I have to pick up Alex and Charlie from soccer practice. Ever since we lived here, Mr. Emily won't let Charlie go anywhere alone. No, I didn't eat yet, but I was about to go get some Domino's. You know, good old large bacon, pepperoni, sausage, peppers, olive pizza. You know what I'm saying? With the extra breadsticks.
You talking about that Supreme? You talking about Supreme? Anyways, um, so basically, he is explaining a lot better than the original phone guy. What to do, what not to do. Because the original phone guy, you know, they just gave you a brief summary of everything. But back to what he said about Foxy draining your freaking door. I remember so many people when they played this game at first. Like Dash was one of them. A lot of YouTubers played this and they noticed that like when Foxy runs to the door, he literally takes a chunk of your battery percentage when he knocks on the door. Like you could be at like 60%, and then as soon as he knocks at your door, you're down to like 48, which is actually kind of wild to me. I don't know if they ever patched that or not, but actually, I don't know if they were supposed to patch that. I don't know if it's part of the game. I don't know if it's part of the game or they eventually patched it. But if that's meant to be there, if that's meant to be in the game, then that's kind of wild that he can just take a good percentage of your freaking battery, of your generator, and you're just like, yeah, gotta deal with it. That's crazy to me. But yeah, Supreme Pizza is supremely underrated, bro. Get you a Supreme Pizza. I might give me one when it hits payday.
Uh, oh, you said you made my favorite dinner. But why? I know it takes you all day to make that dish, and I told you as long as I got you and Alex, you never have to make it again. Aw, you just wanted to celebrate my promotion with me? All right, honeysuckle. Give me about 30 seconds. I'm gonna wrap this up. All right, look, man. I hate to cut this short, but baby girl made red snapper with brisket mac and cheese, and I gotta show her some appreciation. To finish what I was saying,
That
Mike
sounds
said
really good,
enough is
actually.
enough, and applied to be the night shift. But he disappeared a few weeks before you started. Last we talked, he said something about a sister location or something, but that was after his panic attack. So I ignored really everything he said. He was kind of tripping a little bit. It was straight up talking nonsense. Um, oh, one last thing before I go though. If you hear a deep menacing laugh like or whatever it sounds like, that means Freddy has left the stage. Look for his glowing eyes. Don't let him get into your right corner. He's literally like a ghost and you'll never see him coming. Look, man, I like you, and I really
Mm,
want you to make it out the mud like I made it out the mud.
right.
So if you decide to come back tomorrow against my better judgment for you, I'll have something to help you stay safe tomorrow night. Um, you really are an idiot for coming back, but you're
Yep.
my idiot
Yep.
now. So
That's factual.
if I hear you pick up the phone tomorrow, I swear on this NES that I'm trying to save it for my kids, I will come up there and drag you out of there myself. Good luck, homie. Stay up, bro.
Hey, got the Naruto soundtrack. Yeah, W phone guy for looking out for the new hires because A lot of them do not want to look out for you. They just give you a book manual and they tell you the basics and they're like, "Yep, go ahead, have fun." But this phone guy, looking out because he said, "If you're there tomorrow, I will drag you out myself." You need people like that just in case you decide to do some dumb shit like come back. But anyways, great video by Chris the Ninja. Like I said, be sure to check him out. Thank you guys for watching. Want you guys stay safe, stay positive, and remember, be mindful.